We usually put a hammock here from the walnut that I'm going to climb today over to the small elm. It's a small little tree, but it will support a hammock. We also put a hammock over here, also from the walnut tree over here. This is actually a boxwood maple. It's a really kind of crappy tree. Big enough to support a hammock though. And you can get a nice kind of L-shaped configuration for hammocks there. I don't have the hammocks with me today. Main goal is to climb this walnut. It's a fairly small walnut. The walnut I'm going to climb, I cut the vines off. There was poison ivy and grapevines all over this tree. I cut those off about 3 or 4 years ago. The tree really kind of took off after that. It was being smothered. The goal today is to try to take out some of this deadwood, just so it doesn't overhang on the hammocks and fall down on the tarp or whoever's in the hammock. Not a lot of deadwood up there. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to try to get the loose stuff off. It's not a very tall tree, maybe 45 feet. We're probably only going to get about 35 today. It's a nice short climb. Beautiful weather. It's November 2022, southeastern Ohio. It's a good day for a climb. Let's see if I can get this fire started. I'm going to make some coffee first. So let's see if we can get that started. This is a Thermarest Z seat. It's really nice. It's real light, packs down to practically nothing. I'd like to take it camping, but it is nice to have when you're going to do some firework or just sit in the woods. So let me see if I can get this fire started. A lighter. Got some tinder here. Some scrap paper. This is Medagila Duro and Dutch processed cocoa mixed. It's really good. The Dutch processed cocoa is really great. It's a Droste. Highly recommend that Dutch processed cocoa. And the Italian Medagila Duro espresso is great. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I've got a hunk of or a dab of Vaseline there with some cotton ball or a cotton ball wipe. It's a great fire starter, cheap. No reason to buy any kind of specialized fire starter. I think I'll be able to get started today. It's been dry for a couple days. It holds the flame real well. Well, that's boiling. I'll show you around camp here. I do have a little pile of firewood going on. I've got a piece of sheet metal on there just to keep it dry. Always nice to have some cut firewood at camp. I've got a little dug pit here for the fire, just to keep everything safe. I've got quite a few leaves around here, so I've got to be careful. I did some raking, but I'll have to keep an eye on that, keep the fire small today. There is some wind, not a lot. There's the Thermarest Z seat. I really highly recommend that. You can see it's not very big. just enough for your bottom. Great for camping, lightweight. Got some Medagila Duro there with some Dutch processed cocoa. My clean canteen, that's a non-insulated bottle. It's been through hell and back. You can see it's dented. It's fell from height several times. Still does not leak. If you ever get a clean canteen, I would recommend the stainless steel lid instead of the plastic standard lids. In a pinch, you could throw this in a fire and boil water in it since it's not insulated. I got my new Tribe Onyx today. This is a 2018 new Tribe Onyx. For storage, I've got some kind of carry tool type storage devices from, this is Singing Rock. These aren't Petzl, these are Singing Rock. Not my favorite. I do like the Camp Kilo better for gear storage. They seem much more secure. I've got another Camp Kilo here on the other side and another Singing Rock carry tool type device. I changed up my storage here on my saddle a little bit recently, and I'm looking forward to trying it. I'll have a handsaw with me today when I go up. For my bridges here on my harness, I have the Camp Gyro. It's super small. I really love this thing. The bend radius here is a little small, and there is some concern about that among some climbers. I'm comfortable with it. I love the two connection points here and how light it is. I would definitely buy another one, and I'm actually thinking about buying another one for my other bridge. On my other bridge here, I've got two bridges. This is just an old Petzl swivel. It's a large version. I did have a DMM Director swivel on here. I just put it on. I was getting used to it. I was using it with the Hitchhiker X for a quick on and off and for changeovers. I only got to use it a couple times, and that DMM Director swivel eye got recalled recently. So if you are using any of the Director products or from DMM, you might want to check their website. They do have a recall here. I did register that Director, and hopefully they're going to replace it. Still waiting to hear from DMM. So I just went back to the Petzl swivel here that I've used for years. This thing's pretty bulletproof. I trust it. I've got the bridges through one eye here in this rigging plate that they use. I don't know if you can see that. That's just so I have an extra hole for clipping in for lanyards and things. I'm now using this scuba clip. I don't know if you can see that here. I'm using this scuba clip now. I'm going to try to use that to manage my lanyard and the slack in the lanyard. It's from the scuba diving world. I think they use it to manage air tubes. It's got 3 holes there. It swivels. Pretty sturdy for being plastic. Oh, definitely got a boil. We got a boil! Try to get it mostly in there. This is a Medagila Duro, Italian espresso, and some Dutch processed cocoa. I'll let that cool down just a minute. That's always nice when you get your limb on the first try. I think I can make that work. That crotch looks pretty wide. I'm going to just go ahead and leave the bag on there to save some time. I got a 10 millimeter stainless steel Delta here. It's my preferred connector for either a base tie or a canopy anchor. I'm going to see if I can get that up over that crotch. I'm going to just do a base tie today. Set this off to the side. That looks pretty good. I'm just going to go around the tree a couple times. And make the connection with this stainless steel Delta. You could certainly tighten that with a wrench if you really wanted. I think hand tight is fine for me. Nice and solid. I always try to make sure the gate is out away from the tree. It doesn't really matter with the Delta. I mean, do what you want, but I feel pretty safe with the Delta down here. Even if it was in contact with the tree, the gate, it'd still be okay for me. But in best practice, it's always good to have the gate facing away from the tree. That's not good. One more time. One more time. This is why I recommend always wearing safety glasses, sunglasses when you climb. It can be pretty scary to get something in your eye when you're climbing. I kind of did a funky little redirect there. It's kind of a son of a bitch to take this apart. That's one of the reasons why I had bought the DMM Director swivel eye. I originally intended to have the swivel eye here on my bridge, and then I would connect the carabiner portion of that director to the shackle allowed me to detach this very quickly. I'm just going to try to avoid detaching this. You can see I did a kind of a funky redirect there. That's pretty much just so I could get my line redirected up here. I didn't bring a lanyard. I just decided to climb on both ends of my climbing line today. So I'm going to just, this redirect allows me to get my other end of my climbing line back. And now see if I can put this in a little better spot. Maybe get over here a little bit. I have pretty good luck tossing the end of the rope with just the carabiner and the leather cambium saber. I know a lot of guys will carry either a steel quick link or a small throw bag. I really don't like having all that weight on my harness, so I usually just make do with this. Not very often do I ever get in trouble or get this stuck. You got to make sure that you go after kind of wide open crotches, and got to make sure you have enough slack. And this is the other end of my climbing line. I'm climbing on one end here, and then this is the other end of my climbing line. I didn't even bring up a lanyard, the tree is so short. Right there. Too bad. think there's one right there that I can go out and get. Looking pretty tight. Not too bad. if you're watching this video this long, you're certainly interested in tree climbing, so search out some training, search out a mentor, get some decent gear. Don't buy gear off Amazon. Buy from a reputable dealer, and get up in the canopy if you can. And if not, go in the woods and enjoy the woods from the ground level. So this is Aerial Traveler. I'm going to sign off here, at least as far as a chit-chat. I do have to get down still, so let's focus on getting down safely, and I'll show you how I do that here in a minute.